back to our spacecraft. And you know what I done did? I done left SAS on and ran us out of fuel, or ran us out of battery power. So we're gonna have to get out and push this thing over. We're gonna EVA Bob. And let's see. We'll board him back in there. Just need a little bit of a push there. And see if our solar panels can get a little. There we go. And we spin it. We can just now spin that thing. Get some sunshine. Yes, the derpage. Sweet. Let's time accelerate a little bit. Fill up our solar batteries and okay, we're good. Let's see what kind of crew report we get right now. We're still high over Kerbin, and yes, we haven't got any of that from here, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Might as well get as much science as we can right now. So, what do you say? Can we do the mystery goo? Sure, we can get some goo. We can get some material study. We might as well do that. We will log the pressure data. We've got a little bit of science there, and log the temperature. We've got some science there, and we've already done our crew report. Let's EVA Bob, and we'll do an EVA report. Sweet, we've got that. What we're going to do is we're going to store those experiments. Okay, store what we can store. Some of them are duplicate experiments. Now what we're going to have to do is turn on his RCS. Whoop. Yep. And again, I'm terrible at this RCS stuff. Turn his light on. Now let's see. And he, now, while he's close in here, I guess he's going to have to restore that. He can observe it from here. Okay. Collect the data. Move the data and restore that experiment. Sweet. Log pressure data. Take data. We don't have to reset that one. It will reset itself. Log temperature data. And we'll have him take that data. Then we just need to come down here. We'll restore this. Observe it. Okay, and collect the data. And restore that. Sweet, so we can do those experiments again, so. Now we're just going to come up ever so slightly. And see if we can EVA him back into the capsule. There we go. Store those experiments. Let's take all the data and store everything. Okay, look at all this mess over here. I don't know what the deal is with that, but hey, board anyway. Dump the stuff that's duplicates there, Bob. Because he had some duplicates, okay. Sweet, so where are we at? Our orbit is changing here, so we're going to have to adjust this. Here, whoa, okay. Let's see, 21,000 is probably good. And let's see, if we can just go ahead and warp to this maneuver now. Let's get ourselves pointed at our burn vector. Check our orientation here with the sun. Okay, we're still pointed at the sun, that's good. Okay, let's go ahead and time accelerate forward. For some reason, it's not letting me warp. Okay, there we go. Warp to here. Here we go. Sometimes it's hard to click on those things. Estimated burn time, it doesn't know. Let's give it a little bit of a squirt. Okay, it's not going to be much. But we got an hour and 12 minutes, so let's time accelerate forward and get closer to that burn. In fact, you know, I don't even think we really need to do that. All we need to do, click on this guy here. And do our burn. Let's see, where does that put us? Well, a little bit too much, maybe. That's okay. So put us at something, I don't know. It's flaking out. Let's point at the prograde. And see if we can adjust this inward just ever so slightly. Too much. And what do we got there? 13,000. Just barely touching it there. 22,000. Okay, that should be good. Boy, what a pain in the ass. Okay, let's just time accelerate forward till we get to Minmus Sphere of Influence. And we're going to see our nav ball will change as soon as we hit that. In fact, yeah, let's turn our SAS off so we don't waste energy. Okay, time accelerating forward till we enter into Minmus Sphere of Influence. Ching, and there we are. So now, we should be in high Minmus orbit right now. Let's get a crew report from Bob. Crew report from space. Well, in high space high over Kerbin. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I thought we already had that. Let's time accelerate forward just a little bit. There we go. There we've crossed over into Minmus Sphere of Influence right now. And what are we looking at? We're looking at a 21,000. Okay. Cool. So before we do that, we got some science to do. Let's grab as much frickin' science as we can with this stuff. Okay, first thing, crew report. Okay, well, in space high over Minmus, the lake beds seem relatively flat. Perhaps we could land there. Yes, perhaps we can. In fact, we are going to land there, Bob. You are a smart Kerbal. Okay, and we're going to, let's see, well, EVA his little butt. And okay. Slide him down the ladder. Hey, screw you, game. It flipped him around. Sometimes that happens, you know, when they come out. Oh, and okay, sweet. Alrighty, see if we can observe this here material bay. Observe material bay. Okay, excellent. Get that science. Collect the data. And restore it. Okay, groovy. Let's get down here. Let's see, hopefully he can see this stuff. Well, let us get up. Observe that mystery goo. There we go. If we get him close enough, he can do it. Okay, excellent. Collect the data. Restore. You should be able to get the thermometer. I can see it. There we go. There we go. I got him pointing correctly. Let's get him into the space in here. And we'll just, yeah, he's pushing the ship all over the place. Get that thermometer there, Bob. Okay, there we go. He got that, and I think he already got the barometer data. Did he get the barometer data? Make sure we got that too. Take data, okay. Yeah, let's just get his little butt out of there. Come on, Bob. Grab, there we go. Okay. Store experiments 4. Okay. And we'll board him in there. I don't know if we're getting all of the science, because it seems that these experiments are running on their own because of the mod. And I keep trying to turn it off, but I have to turn it off every single time. It seems to want to turn itself right back on, so I might just delete that mod and not use it anymore. Okay. Let's make sure our solar panel is pointed at the sun. There we go. Okay, turn our SAS off to save energy. So, we want to go into orbit here. And we're going to basically do a retrograde burn. Let's bring this down to about, just around, about the same, about 20,000. 23 is pretty good. And yeah, we'll call that a nice little orbit right there. 23,000 by 21,000. Sweet. Let us go ahead and warp to about there. In fact, I stopped it a little bit early, just so we have time to go back to our spacecraft here, turn on our SAS, and point the spacecraft towards our burn vector. Sweet. It says estimated burn time 1 minute 30 seconds. It absolutely will not take that long. But one thing I'm going to do so that we don't overburn here, so I'm going to hit my thrust limiter on this engine down to about 25%. Give us a little bit more precision. And okay. Let's time accelerate forward. And okay. We can give it a little squirt in there. There we go. More like it. About 31 seconds. So we're going to hit it about 15 seconds here. And there we go. And we'll watch this blue line come around. Make sure we're pointing at our burn vector there. Full throttle now. We're going to have plenty of fuel left over for landing, even though things started out real bad here. And let's throttle her down a little bit, and because we want to get this precise as possible. And 40, 30,000, 31. There we go. A little low on this side. We could have done a little bit better on the radial, I think there. In fact, maybe, let's see if I can guess this right. What happens if we do a little radial burn here? Yes, that's what we needed. Why not? We've got plenty of fuel. Okay, 17,000, 22,000. Okay, there we go. That's enough screwing around, I think, for now. So, okay, excellent. We are in low orbit. Let us make sure Yeah, we spin the craft so that when we go around the dark side, we want to make sure that our solar panel, at least, is aiming at the sun. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And turn off our SAS so we don't run out of battery power there. Okay, let's get crew report. Excellent. Looking at the surface of Minmus reminds you of a favorite childhood dessert. You're attempting to taste the surface. Oh, you're going to be tasting it pretty soon here, Bob. Okay, and Bob's going to do a little EVA here. And we're going to do this pain in the ass thing again because I'm terrible at it. We're going to bring him down the ladder here. RCS on. First, let's get the mystery goo. Observe the goo. Sweet. We will get that, collect that data, move data, and restore. We're going to log the temperature data. We don't need to restore that. Log the pressure data. Also, don't need to restore that. We do need to collect it, though. And we see it. Now let's turn on his light, maybe. Okay, take that data. Same thing with the, take that thermometer data. Let's get Bob around to the other side. And on in there, Bob. Okay. Observe that material bay. Yes, yes. Collect the data. Move data. And restore the experiment. Excellent. Yeah. Can we get a grab here? Oops. I almost had it. There we go, Bob. Good boy. Okay, click on the door. Store those experiments. Excellent. And board. Get in there because he's slipping and sliding around. Like this game tends to do sometimes. Okay. SAS back on. Point the spacecraft towards the sun. So we're about to go around the backside. So, now, I think we've done all the science from altitude here. We're going to extend our legs. Now the fun part is finding us a place to land, which might be a little bit tricky. And I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do several orbits until we can find a suitable place to land. We want to land in this kind of flat green zone here. So yes, make sure we turn off our SAS before we go into fast forward time acceleration so we don't run out of battery power again. So, okay, I think from here, we're going to quick save this. And go to the Space Center, where we can get much faster time acceleration. We're going to go to Minmus 1 here, and yes. Now, where's going to be a good place to land? I don't know, over here somewhere, probably. So let's go ahead and time accelerate forward. We'll double click on Minmus to make that center of focus there. And yeah, we can do like 1,000 times maybe. And this looks like it might be pretty cool place to land right in here. And that's going to come around our next orbit. So, yes. Yes, I think that will definitely do most lovely. Okay, excellent. Back to flying the ship. And what we're going to do, look at our map view here. We're just going to bring up our nav ball, turn our SAS on here, and point the ship at retrograde is what we want. And let's spin this around so we're oriented correctly. I think that's the way we want it. And I'm just going to start burning. And we're still at like 25% with our engine. Thrust limited, that is. We're gonna bring that down to about, till this hits about maybe, oh, right about here. Oh, and yeah, not too much. So we're probably gonna land somewhere over here maybe. Okay, back to the ship. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring our thrust limiter back up to full throttle there. And cool, now all we gotta do is just kind of wait till this comes around. I'm gonna go to surface for our speed there. And we'll time accelerate forward until we start to lose a little altitude. We're getting down to about maybe 10,000. Okay. Make sure we're pointed at that retrograde vector. Okay, under 10,000. And we just want to bleed off enough to get under about 100 meters per second. Like 7,000, 8,000. And we're going to accelerate, of course, because we are, heading towards the surface. Five 5,000 meters. We can time accelerate to about maybe get ourselves to about 3,000. I like to keep it, maybe under around 50 at this point, maybe. Might be safer. Always adjusting, making sure that we're pointing at that retrograde. Let's take a look at our fuel here. Near 2,000. We just want to make sure we're under about maybe under 7 meters per second by the time we get to the surface. Because stuff tends to explode if you're going any faster than that. 2,000 meters. We're getting close to coming pretty much straight down now. We'll let it get a little closer. And can we see our shadow just yet? Not quite yet. Let's keep that speed down. Okay, about 1,000 meters to go. And we can't time accelerate any faster at this point. We're pretty much just about going straight down at this point. 13 meters per second. We'll bring it down nice and gently. And okay. We can start just using our other throttle a little bit. Oh, and my Windows sticky keys got in the way and just about got us killed here. And look at this now. I had too much throttle and we're going back up. Not good. So what we're going to have to do is something that you should never do. We're going to fire prograde. Alrighty. That was a big waste of fuel, but we had to do it. Okay. Coming down. Let's bleed off some of that velocity. There we go. Keep it under 550 meters. And that was almost too much there. We'll just give it a little bit of a Little squirt coming down nice and slow. 92 meters. We'll let her fall here for a bit. And bring her up. Oh, there we go. 2 meters. We got a little bit of a drift going. We don't want that. And gentle as a feather. And there we are. Well, and we didn't tip over. Excellent. Okay, so, and yes, this science thing keeps just doing it keeps turning its damn self back on. I think I'm going to remove that mod. But we did get the science anyway. In fact, I think we can review. We've got 32 stored data in there. Again, we're going to get a metric butt ton of science out here. So I think I don't know if that mod is just automatically resetting the experiments for us because we have Bob, a scientist, on here. But in any case, yes, we have landed a Kerbal on Minmus. Crew report. Yes, we're done. I think already done that. So we're going to EVA Bob now. Come on. EVA. And, yep, for some reason, I don't know why that happened. That was very strange. That was very, very strange that he just kind of launched out of there. No real reason for that. Okay, let's slow him down with our RCS pack. Just so he doesn't slam his little noggin into the surface. And sweet. Bob is on Minmus, and look at him. He's psyched. He's totally freaking happy. He's going to take a surface sample. And look at that. That's worth 150 science. That's worth crap tons of science right there. And he's going to plant himself a flag. Sweet. Cosmic Alien Overlord. And first Kerbal on Minmus. And we're going to put Bob Herman was here. Suck it. Because he is Mr. Badass. He has achieved things not even Jebediah has. Things only Jebediah dreams of. But we needed a scientist to collect the crap out of all kinds of scientific data and stuff. And yes, even the floaty way they walk is just hilarious.